Hi. I thought we'd take a little stroll around the cemetery here today and take a look at it. Whoa, there it goes. It's windy. I've got the external mic on. Hopefully that'll help some. But yeah, so here's some, these aren't too old. Let's see, that one's from Marcello died in 1957, Mercedes 1979. You can tell though with all the flowers here that family is coming by and still taking care of things. Yeah, here it looks like this one's pulled out. Oh, I don't know how that's going to go in. Well, the wind's pulled a lot of the flowers out. Folks decorate them up pretty much. A whole lot of different marker types here. Here's kind of a cool one. This is, I can't really read that too well. It's kind of interesting how they did it though. Punctured the metal. There's one 2012, so you know, some are pretty recently, and there's a Ultra beer can sitting there. I guess like to tip one every once in a while, eh? Okay, so let's take a little look here. Joseph Coda, 1936. Here's one, 1948. Here's somebody Pablo must have liked a couple beer too. And that's kind of cool. He's got a buck and a fish on there. And there's a beer can hanging from the cross too. And here's somebody who was only 7 months and 12 days old. Wow. That's a shame that when people don't live very long. Francisco, 1954. Oh, this is very Luciano Lopez Jr., 2018. So fairly recent. Do you know why they've got concrete slabs on top of the graves? That's so that critters don't dig up the bodies. It's protection for them. Well, this cemetery goes on up, and we're going to go up a little ways here. Check it out a little bit more. Give you an idea where we're at. Oop. Okay. Here we are, right over here. I actually moved the van up just a little bit. We were blocking the sun from melting the snow, which had packed down into ice. So I pulled it up into a dry area, and now we'll hopefully get a little bit better melting there. But most of the snow has melted. Right now it's up in the mid-50s, which is nice. There's a couple folks here. 1943, 1950. Hi boys, come on. There's like graves like all over, just, you know, they're kind of strewn out, and it's got trees and all. It's pretty nice. 1964, 1957. Here, these are just covered in stones to keep critters away. Let's walk up here. Now this one has a little story about them. Come on, guys. So, looks like there was a grave right here that the tree grew up right on top of. 1936. Where are we at here? Let me see. The sun gets on the screen, I can't see where I'm at. 1937. 1942. Here we go. There's a pack of cards there. Deck of cards. Birthday girl. She must have liked playing cards. Okay, so continuing down here. Angel, 1937. Here's some. Uh, 1993. This is interesting over here. They've got it walled in. Let's see how we get to here. Oh. Sorry about that. Phone call was coming in. And I wonder if, there we go. That probably showed up on the screen, but I don't know who it was. It's an unknown number for me. So, hey, let's see here. Who do we got? This is the Sorrells. Born 1859, died 1907 on the one in the back. Freddie Lee, born 1880, died 1885, was only 5 years old. And it says, a little time on earth he spent, tell God for, I can't read what it says, for something his angel sent. And then Bertie May there was a daughter, born 1902, died 1902. So shoot, she was born in September 3rd, died December 27th. Wow. Again, short lives. Okay, let's take a little further look here. Oh, there's a stone down there. I don't know if there maybe there's a grave somewhere in the hillsides kind of fallen over. Let's see. Now some of these are old graves too. Check out the old wood cross here, huh? And there's no name or anything on it, but it's pretty old just from looks of it. And there's like, right here there's a grave. Looks like there's one over there. Might be one here. Looks like there might be one there. There's some more mounds of rocks all through over here, so they may be unmarked graves. These have pretty more elaborate concrete. It's cracking. When there was, died 1949. Died 1945. Here's a pretty old grave, but looks like it was somebody small, maybe a child, pretty small. And what's it say? May 1931. Couple more old graves here. No names. You can see these guys. These are old ones here. And it's hard to tell. I mean, there's places where there's rocks, you know, mounded up, so real good chance that there's a lot of unmarked graves in here. This might be two small graves here, this way and that way. So, here's another one right here. Yeah. There's actually a fair amount of graves in here, a lot more than you realize. Let's see what's the best way to go here. Did we see these? No, we went up the hill there, so let's check these guys out. Okay, there's one here, but it's hard to tell. It might be like right under the path, or trees have grown up on top of it. Just a cross made out of metal pipes. You can tell people weren't wealthy. Here, what's it? It just says 197. And by the size of it, it must be a child. A few of these have little stories of them. A pioneer of the region, Josepha T. Soto, widow of Angel Soto, survived her husband by 25 years. When she became a widow, her children were young adults and adolescents. She died in 1925. Her existing 24 grandchildren have the last names of Soto, Jimenez, Moreno, Montenegro, and Villarreal. Most of them have moved out of this area, and some have stayed. Josepha lies next to her husband, whose grave is to the left, next to hers. Their family consisted of 6 girls and 2 boys. The 2 boys and 2 girls were buried in this cemetery. She lived her last years with her youngest daughter, Josepha S. Jimenez. All of her family lived close except for 2 daughters who moved to Hayden, Arizona, and who moved away when they got married. Elena S. Montenegro moved to Hayden, Arizona, and Angela S. Villarreal moved to Yuma, Arizona. The Morenos later moved to Tucson and California. Of all the descendants of this extraordinary woman, the Soto and Jimenez families are still in the area. We consider ourselves pioneer families of Harshaw, which now is a ghost town. I am glad to share this biography with you. Miguel Soto. Cool. So this was the mother, and over here is her husband, Angel. And he has a story here too. A violent death. Angel Soto, Harshaw, Arizona, 1899. About 100 years ago, December 23rd, 1899, Angel Soto, the man buried here, was making preparations for the holidays. He intended to sell one of his cows to someone near the Morning Glory mine. When he reached his destination, his cow was already being butchered. Evidently, an argument arose, and Angel Soto was killed. The killers put the body in a buggy and took him to Blue Nose Canyon, 2 miles south of here. The killers then fled to Mexico, approximately 10 miles away. It wasn't until late February 1900 that Angel's body was found by a woodcutter. Having been covered by snow, the body was well preserved. This allowed the family to give him a Christian burial. The mail carrier of the time, Val Venezuela, is the last known person to have seen him alive besides his murderers. When Angel Soto was killed, he left behind a wife and 8 children. They were all grown up. The family consisted of 6 girls and 2 boys. Of his immediate family, the 2 boys and 2 girls are buried in this same cemetery. There is also granddaughter and 1 great-grandson. Next to him lies his wife, Josefa. Josefa Torres de Soto died in 1925. She outlived her husband by 25 years. Up to this date, June 1997, there are 24 grandchildren ranging in age from 60 to 90 years old. We are proud to be descendants of this pioneer family from this area. We ask visitors to respect the graves of the people buried here. Thank you. Cool. Okay. So, just a few more here as we go out. The boys are already down and headed out. There's Josefa S. Soto. And here's Mariano Soto. Died in 57 and Josefa in 64. They must be 2 daughters. Lots of history here. Lots of history. So, let's see what we got over here. We've got a couple here. Oops. A couple right there. There's no names that I see on them. But we'll head on out. I think the boys are out. I see 2 of the boys. I wasn't paying attention when I saw them wandering around. They've got their trackers on, so I'll see them. Okay, let's close the gate. Okay, now an interesting aside here is there's this one grave outside the fenced-in cemetery. This guy would probably, it's probably like me, he's a loner. He's sitting out here by himself. He's got a buildup of rocks here. Probably keep the water from eroding out the grave. George T. Gross, 1859 to 1937. Rest in peace. So he's out here hanging out by himself. Hey, where's Elton boy? I don't know. We'll find him. He might have went back to the van even. Okay, so that was your tour of the Harshaw Cemetery. We'll take another quick look here. There it is. Old cemetery with lots of history up on the hill. Okay, so take care. We will talk to you later. Here, I wanted to show you the sky. Sky's looking pretty nice today, huh? Yeah. All right, take care. We will talk with you again sometime real soon.